Well, it's got to be good morning to my favourite educator. How are you, Chris?
Hi, Cole. I'm pretty good, thank you, and quite excited about some research that I'm undertaking at the moment.
And I would love it, and that's why we're doing this little video clip. I would love it if some of my students were a part of this, and we'll explain why as you tell us a little bit about your research.
Excellent. I would love if some of your students would be involved as well. We know that employers are particularly interested in discipline-specific knowledge development, but they're also really interested in what's happening in terms of the development of graduate attributes. And when we talk about graduate attributes, I'm referring to skills such as communication, problem solving, and social responsibility. So the research that I am undertaking is focusing on gathering information on the factors that students actually believe may enable or suppress the development of their communication skills, problem solving, and social responsibility.
I think it's pretty cool because you're going to try and look at students who are enrolled in different formats. So you've got people who are doing something from week 1 through to week 13,
Sure.
people who are doing, like my students who have intensive experiences and trying to work out, who are more self-directed and all those sorts of things. So trying to find some comparisons between the type of student that we get in a university and also the different types of contexts the students face in terms of their educational process.
Sure. I mean, it's going to be interesting to explore whether, what sort of factors are impacting on students. Are they student-driven factors? Is it about the learning experience and being in a different type of unit, as you said, an intensive unit or an experiential unit or more of a traditional unit? Or are there going to be other factors, that are more environmental, that are impacting on how effective and how successful students are at developing those graduate attributes? So gathering as much data from students that are involved in a number of different second and third year units will be really interesting and really valuable, not only from our point of view, but from the students' point of view, so they can see, what is it that's affecting the development of their attributes. Yeah.
Fantastic. And so the big ask in terms of what we're looking for students, although it's not a huge ask, is it? We've got a couple of anonymous surveys that you need them to complete?
What we're hoping is that students will complete an anonymous survey at the beginning of semester and then one at the end. And to make life easy for students, we've set up a Milo site so they can do all of this online. And then we're asking them to engage in 3 reflections throughout the semester. So they're kind of looking at the experience that they're having along the journey of their learning, so whether that's in an intensive unit or in a 13-semester unit, and making 3 commentaries online about some of the things that are impacting on the development of their attributes.
And they can do those journals online as well?
They can do it all online. So we're trying to make it as user-friendly, as easy. In each instance, the questionnaires won't take any longer than 15 minutes, and the same with the reflective diary entries. And to make it a little bit more inviting, we're offering students the opportunity to go into a bit of a draw to win a $50 iTunes voucher. So there'll be one on offer at when they complete each of their reflective diary journal entries. So they'll go into a bit of a draw, and then there'll be another draw for those students that complete the full component. So that is the 2 questionnaires and the 3 reflective diary entries. So it's there's certainly some payoffs and opportunities for students to be involved anyway, but we're hoping those little incentives might encourage students to really embrace this research.
All right, well, thank you very much for giving us a bit of an overview of that, Chris. I'm hoping that some of my students will become part of this because I think, one, it's fantastic research. And as you've just said, they'll get something out of it just through being involved because they'll be reflecting on what's actually happening and what's not happening in terms of the development of those particular graduate attributes are related to communication, problem solving and understanding that social world around them. Thank you very much.
My pleasure, and thanks, and I look forward to seeing the feedback that comes from students too. And don't forget, all of this is anonymous too.